smash some of them down?
It's not as easy.
It's not as easy as that?
Well, but because these walls are not solid walls, they're just skins. They're thin plaster skins. I mean, they're that thick.
So if you do that, you just put a hole in it?
Yeah, you just put a hole in it. The hammer would just go.
So this isn't. So all this rubble. This is the.
So this is lightweight and manufactured by our prop guys.
This is what we've just seen.
A little bit of the smaller stuff is real, as you can see, because it's cheaper to get real than. But the bigger stuff is that. The Slytherin sculpture, as you can see, is in there. And but this stuff then is all designed on the drawing board. These profiles, these broken profiles, are designed on the drawing board, and then the carpenters come in and cut them into those very precise shapes according to the drawing. So it's not just some old hammer and some.
So have I just picked up something that needs to go back exactly where
Yes, please. Yes, the position is marked. Yeah, yeah.
The Great Hall was destroyed and rebuilt 3 times during filming.
I'll never forget my first memory of being here, really, was walking through that Great Hall with everyone else before seeing the sorting hat, and it's very bizarre. So now, when you see windows smashed and things like that, you think, God, who's ruining our castle, sort of thing.
Yeah, they have. They've wrecked the Great Hall. This set's been here for nearly 10 years. It's something quite satisfying. Does that sound really bad?
Obviously, a destroyed Great Hall was stood in.
I know.
How are you feeling about it? I'm a little bit emotional. Emma said it was a little bit satisfying, to be honest.
Really?
I think, yeah. All the hours you've spent in here over the years.
I know. It's not the most popular set, I have to say.
Why not?
Well, whenever we film in here, it's so hot.
Really?
And it's always really long scenes, and it's usually filled with food that's been there for like a week.
You can't eat.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. And so I can understand that a little bit, but yeah, no, it's quite sad seeing it all smashed up, because we've kind of grown up here, so.
It's odd. I mean, we just sort of just went on going, who's done this then? Who's been this careless? But, yeah, no, it's bizarre seeing it like that, but equally I wasn't that sad because about 2 weeks later it was redone.
Ah, you see, the magic of film.
It's fine, really. You get over it quite quickly.
At times, there were hundreds of actors battling amongst this wreckage, but filming magical combat is not like your typical war film.
It's not like a sword and sandals where they're fighting a clash of metal on metal or plastic on plastic or wood on wood. It's when you're fighting with wands, actually, it's more like orchestrating a ballet. Because all the big sort of battle effects are put on afterwards. John Richardson, our visual effects supervisor, happily blew all kinds of things apart and set fire to them and had a great time. But the actual the what would be gunshots or sword fights or arrows hitting, whatever they are, of course, are magical spells that are added afterwards.
Behind every magical spell, there's a wand, and you'd be right in thinking there's a few of those kicking about on set.
We literally made thousands of wands. I mean, obviously on Deathly Hallows, there's big battle sequences. Sure. So there's hundreds of people running around with wands, so you've had to produce, you know, well over 2,000 wands just for the generic running around.
2,000?
Yes, yeah, and then, but also over the period of the 10 years, we've probably produced over 130 character wands, and then probably that multiplies because we produce at least 6 of each. Once we produce a wand for a character, we have to produce at least 6, and if you take like Daniel's wand, the Harry's wands, we've probably produced over 70, 80 of those at least, because he wears them out. They get worn.
He wears them out. He's worn his wand out.
He fiddles with them all the time, and the paint wears off, and so the numbers just get bigger and bigger and bigger all the time.
Of course, one of the things that's going to be important in this battle is your wand. And speaking to Pierre, who devises, creates, and makes all these extraordinary props, he was telling me, a little secret, you have gone through, worn out, Daniel Radcliffe, 80 wands over the last 10 years. Yes. What on earth have you been doing? 80? 80. 80.
I thought you said 8.
No. 80. You have...
Wow.
Not 18, not 8. You have ruined... No, let's not say ruined.
Wow.
What have you been doing?
Sorry, Pierre. I don't know how I have managed to break that many wands. I know I drum with my wands a lot. So I bang them against my leg and sort of do some rhythm, you know, and that's when people say things to me like, can you drum, Dan? I said, no. He said, no, I thought not. That's the kind of time people say that to me. But yeah, so I really don't know. I just feel very bad.
You've not been sneaking them off set somehow?
I really haven't been. I'm not the person selling them on eBay, I promise.
But with all those wands in circulation, it must be pretty hard to keep tabs on them if there are any light-fingered wizards out there.
when there's so many people in a scene and everyone has wands, or like the whole scene now that we're doing today, all the crowd, they're all holding wands, and there's people like outside like literally checking them in and out when they've come off set. It's like they're all numbered and everyone has their wand.
It's like a wand check, isn't it? It's crazy.
I know.
They watch you like hawks, then you're not allowed to take anything away.
As I drove in today, I did see the sign saying we are doing random searches of cars.
Yeah.
I thought that's because they're coming to an end.
Yeah. No, totally. I mean, I'm serious. And you know, Dan, he's Harry Potter, and they won't let him take anything.
I've just noticed, well, there's no glass in your glasses.
Yeah, do feel free to have a poke.
Okay,
Right, yeah. That's where Rupert. Yeah, no, these are the lensless ones because of reflections. Sometimes they see the camera in them, and so they have the lensless ones. I have decided though, this is the one thing I want. At the end.
The one thing?
The one thing I want is the glasses, definitely.
The ones with or without the lenses, though?
Without.
What have I swirled away over the years? I'm sure I must have taken something. I took a piece from the chessboard.
Oh, wow.
On the first film. I mean, obviously not a huge one, like a tiny little...
You were riding those
No,
pieces.
like a cracked little piece. Oh, God, do I still have it? What if I threw it away?
So will they be finding their way home to the Radcliffe
by
household?
Any means necessary, yes, they will. It may be that... what was that thing I heard someone say once? It's easier to ask for forgiveness than permission, so I might just steal them.
After the break, we hear what happens when Ron and Hermione finally get together.
I mean, the first take, just kind of leaning in and then his face is getting closer and closer.
And Emma shows off her battle scars. We're behind the scenes of Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 2. There's a battle raging at Hogwarts, which is the backdrop against which our heroes' search for Horcruxes continues. They've learned that one of Hogwarts' ghosts, the Grey Lady, knows the whereabouts of what they're searching for. And for the first time since arriving back at the school, Harry, Ron and Hermione separate. So Harry's tearing around Hogwarts, desperately trying to find the Grey Lady, because he's hoping she's going to point him in the direction of one of the last Horcruxes. And this entire set has been constructed specifically for this scene, which is going to end up being really short. It's just incredible. But do you know what? The real action is happening elsewhere. After years of wondering whether these two were ever going to get it together, we're about to find out.
These girls are going to kill me, Harry.
So, they're like running through Hogwarts, going down to the Chamber of Secrets, climbing down, going down into the dungeon, all scary, dark, creepy, and get into the Chamber of Secrets, and they go and they get the Fang, and Hermione destroys the Horcrux.
They've killed this Horcrux. They've nearly died doing it. They might die in the next 10 minutes out in the battle. They've just got to snog.
Yeah.
Oh, no, it's not just a snog. No. It's like a you are the love of my life kind of moment.
I don't know, it was just... I don't want to say we were dreading it, but it wasn't something I was really kind of looking for. We knew it was going to be a kind of awkward moment.
Well, I don't know who kisses who. It just happens.
It just happens?
It just happens in this, magical way.
I mean, the first take, just kind of leaning in and then his face is getting closer and closer. It was quite weird. It didn't really feel right, but it was just I've known him for so long, really.
When we went for the first take, she just made up her mind that right, let's just do this properly, and so she just grabbed Rupert and went for it.
We both went in, tried to go in really quickly and get it done really quickly. We both actually kind of bashed faces a bit too much. But I think that's the one he actually is going to use in the end. So it was fine. It wasn't actually as bad as I kind of built it up in my head. So yeah.
Is she a good kisser? The nation need to know. The world needs to know.
I actually have no memory.